All right, we should be back. All right, we should be good. Hopefully there's a backup of that world, and or it just doesn't get corrupted in the first place. Hopefully. Not gonna lie, I'm not super hopeful though. Just getting shit reset up. Honestly, we'll keep the shawl off. Okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Do you all hear me? Check. Check. We do. All right, cool. So, not usually. That was interesting. So what happened there was I was running around in the game, and then the game froze completely. No audio, no visual, nothing. I mean, well, I could see video, but, like, it stopped updating frames. And at that point, I was like, okay, PC's probably about to follow suit. Exactly, right? So the game totally froze, and then I was kind of just like, all right, so the game is, or the PC's probably about to follow, which you wouldn't expect if it was a power supply thing, which scares me a lot. Let me Google some stuff. Put this on. Oh god, we're back to here. Okay. Here we go. Relock it. Okay, that's on a specific. Okay, we have something else we can search for real quick. Okay, this one also says... Okay, yeah, let me just quickly look at event viewer. That was Windows R. Oh shit, what was the actual command to bring that up? I don't remember. Event viewer. WinR? What was the thing for that? Okay. RW. Nope, it was VWR. Damn it. Let me look this up real quick. So if it is something like that... Check the event for errors, like them is NVLDDMKM. Video OpenGL driver here, but that's not the same thing. I guess. How do I search this question? I guess I could just try pasting it in filter current log. Event source from this. Are there any events from this source? I don't think that did anything. Words. No. Let me see if I can filter by this. Here we are. Filter by that. What time is it now? 12 o'clock? Well, interestingly, I do have a ton of these errors, but like a ton of these driver errors here that it's saying, but that was on the 2nd of January, and I don't see any others. They're all on the 2nd of January, and there's like 50 of them right in a row. Like 50 of them within like wait. What is that? Oh no, that's even further back. Okay, so I think it's not so I don't think it's a driver issue then. Looking at the logs here, we have an error recorded on 12/25, so last month. We have one then on 1/2 or 01/02, so that's like earlier this month at 7:07 a.m. And then we have one at 7:19 a.m. the same day, and then we have like 50 at 7:37 a.m. all in the exact same second. But no more recently. There's no more that have appeared since the 2nd. So I don't think it's a driver issue. I don't think it's the issue. We've run memtest 86. Okay, well, we haven't run memtest 86, but we have done a Windows built-in memory test. So let me also look this up. I don't know exactly how to search this, but we're gonna see if I can find anything about it. This is good news. This is good news. This is good news. Okay, this is the AI summary, so take it with a grain of salt. It has pulled from a bunch of... It has pulled information from, I see Tom's Hardware, a lot of Tom's Hardware, and I see a couple Reddit threads it's pulling its information from as well. Okay, this is good news in that it still points to a power supply failure. Yes, a failing power supply unit can cause games to freeze before a full system crash or shutdown. While a severely failing power supply unit often results in abrupt shutdowns, restarts, or blue screens, intermittent freezing during gameplay is a recognized system. This happens because the power supply unit may struggle to maintain stable voltage under high load, especially when the GPU and CPU demand peak power during intense gameplay. Voltage ripple or insufficient power delivery can destabilize components, causing a system to freeze visually, while background processes like Discord, for example, continue running. Power good signal, which confirms the stable power to the motherboard, can drop intermittently due to PSU instability, leading to freezes before a full crash. In some games, the system may freeze during specific games, like Skyrim or Final Fantasy. Ooh, what is those? Roman numerals. XIV, that's 14. Under load, even stress tests, indicating a PSU struggling in real-world conditions. So it still looks like a power supply issue. We honestly love to see it. Like, we hate to see it, but we love to see it. You know? So, I take that as good news. Obnoxious. But I think that's good news. Bitrate might be struggling right now as well. So the visual fidelity maybe hurts slightly right now. But a freezing game before a system crash can still indicate that it is a power supply issue, which is good, because that's the easiest thing to replace. No, it's good that it isn't having any other issues besides that. But to be fair, it's a pretty severe issue too. Okay, we're gonna have to load a backup. This is, I mean, we'll give it another minute, but it should have loaded into the game by now. Definitely should have loaded into the game by now. Here, I'll sit down real quick. Can just see my eyes peeking over the top. Okay, cancel. Open folder. Maybe we're about to have to restart. We'll see. We have a backup. What day is it? The 18th was at 12:02. Okay, that's good. That's hella recent. No. Oh, no. It's a corrupted zip file. No! Well, that's not good. Well, the last backup that is there, that does work from yesterday. So it was before all of our building now. It was on the 11th. Wait. Hold on. Wait, what? Okay, actually, wait, hold on. No. We didn't play on... The 11th is not fucking yesterday. What is this naming scheme here? Give me a second. Okay, this might be fine. No, this is still the 18th. It's a confusing folder structure, all right? A little bit of slack. This is here. You know what? Here, I'll post the picture in Discord of what its name looks like. But we might be okay. It might reset the house somewhat, but hopefully not entirely. There, I'll post it in memes, but that's what the folder looks like. So it's a little challenging to read that, but this is valid. So we'll paste it in. All the files, yes. All right, let's see where we are. I'm a bit nervous. Yeah, time would probably be it. Okay, it's a mostly finished house. You know what? That sucks, but it's okay. It sucks, but it's okay. Because at the very least, we don't have to re-struggle with the roof. Alright, so we've got a little bit to re-catch up on. It could have been worse, though. I wish you could customize it. That's what I wish. You know, there was an update. Is there anything for backups in here? To create content, we'll print out more error message about okay, well, that's not an issue. No, I don't see anything in there still. Okay, yeah, still nothing in there about backups or anything. That's okay. At least it makes them. I am very grateful that it makes them. If I was releasing a game this early access, a backup system probably wouldn't have been on my radar, I'm not gonna lie. Probably wouldn't have been on my radar of things to make sure are in the game beforehand. It might be, but honestly, that's a lot of effort to do that. It doesn't take, like, because, like, I can close and, or I can save and exit. But I did that when the house was complete as well. This here, I don't think makes a backup. We'll actually check our file system right now and see if there is one being made, but I don't think that makes the backup, but I could be wrong. App data? Oh, I don't remember where it's saved. All right, we're quitting again. Worlds here, open folder. Okay, it is roaming. No, that did not create a... Yeah, we could create it and open a manual one, but it takes a bit. Takes a bit to do that. Wait, was there anything about here in backups? Lost day night? No. Okay. There's nothing in there. I'd have to open the folder, then zip up the files for itself, which take a minute. I don't know, it just feels like maybe it's more effort than it's worth? I don't know, we don't usually lose a ton of time when it crashes. I don't know exactly how often it does update stuff, or make the backups of it, but it doesn't seem too bad. But also, I guess I would want to kind of like almost just say, keep in mind, this isn't... We're not going to be doing this forever. It's very much not the ideal situation. I cannot afford a power supply right now, but when we can, then we'll replace it. And that should hopefully fix all of the issues. Oh, that's right, I had them in here. Yep, that's where all the cobblestone is. Damn it. It was you that I was looking for. Yeah, when we can afford a power supply, we'll get one for sure. And I'm not about to beg chat to pay for it, so that's not me. Not my style. Okay, we need wood. My heckin' PC that's crashing, so I'm gonna fix it eventually. Will take us a minute to reorganize everything, but we'll get there. I guess we don't need those on us while we're moving items. Do crafting stations first. cook. Right there. Keeps the backup saved as zip archives, which makes sense because you would want it to be a bit smaller if you can. Okay. All right, these are back upgraded at least. Paste that there. A tannery was down here. The game files aren't the game files aren't themselves zip files, because then it would be impossible to work with them. But when it creates a backup, it takes the important files, zips them all up, and puts them to the side. And just duplicates them. Not sure if that makes it more clear or not. The backups are separate from the main files. We'll reorganize. Yeah. Ah, shit, we're out of room. Yeah, I know in Minecraft, if you create a backup, it does get stored as a separate file. Or it does, like, zip it up and keep it to the side. So it kind of does the same thing, but those you make manually. It doesn't do it for you. Give me a second, I need to mute. Just checking in on the girlfriend to see how she was doing. Making sure she's still alive. There we go, crafting stations are down. Ugh. She's doing okay. Not great by any means, but it sounded like she may have run off really fast to the bathroom to hurl, but evidently she didn't at least, so that's good. Doing a little bit better than I might have feared. Okay. Porch. Oh, it's on the other side. There we go. Breaking into my own house. Let's go. We had organic stuff up. food-related stuff. Food and plant. Yeah, me too. I'm really hoping, though, that whatever bug she might have does not get passed to me in the process. But it might. Very likely it might. Right now, my stomach is not feeling too great, but it didn't yesterday morning as well, after eating. So I'm not thinking too much of it right now. But when I ate yesterday morning, it really didn't like it. But I did have craft dinner yesterday morning, also at like 6 a.m. So that's a pretty rough time to force food into your body. But I made it with the same milk that I almost did today. So it's quite possible that I was just really upset because I had spoiled milk with it. Well, hydrate. So I'm not sure exactly. But, well, if I get super sick, I can at least keep streaming for the most part. Maybe it just means I cut down on the commentary a little bit. Oh man, that is one thing that I'll be interested to see how it plays out. So, as an update on me, I went to the doctor's office the other day for a routine checkup. Nothing out of the ordinary there. And I decided that it was time. It was time to start looking into doing some major surgeries for transitioning and stuff. So we've started the process of that. Nothing will be happening for a while, but I have another appointment sometime like mid next month where I will go up and we will start the process of signing all the paperwork and stuff for bottom surgery. And when it comes to recovering from that, that surgery demands 3 months at least off of work. At least 3 months off of work. It's a very intensive surgery. And I'll be curious to see if I can stream with that. Because I definitely can't do my day job, which is like always on my feet and serving customers and wait, we're gonna keep that, and decorating cakes and stuff. There's no way in high hell I'm doing that. But I bet you I can sit down. I bet you I can sit down. So hopefully by the time we get there, I might have a bigger following as well. So it's possible I could still make some income for it because I'm gonna have to save up for it. Because I can tell you right now, I don't have the money to take 3 months off of work. That's not happening. That's absolutely not happening. But the wait list for it is probably going to be around a year. Yeah, scrap mace. Well, that's fair. So that's where the books come from. But the wait list on it's probably going to be somewhere around a year's time. So the process haven't even started yet. And then when it actually does start, it's probable that'll take about a year till they actually get a call back to say they're ready to move me to the next step, whatever that exactly means. Yes, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Very nerve-wracking, but also very exciting. There's some ore in here. Okay, copper's there. Where do I put... Okay, let's move this stuff over here. Tools, we're gonna go over there. Nope, that's the wrong one. It was gonna be down here. Yeah, very major surgery. It'll probably be, so in Canada, that surgery specifically is publicly covered under like Medicare and whatnot. So I don't need to worry about paying for the surgery itself. It's just all of the incurred costs of the surgery itself. Travel to a different province, hotel fees for being in that other province for a little while, and then all of the time off work. All of the time off work. Which all of the time off work is going to be the hardest part to cover. Now, what I am excited for is February is tax filing season for Canadians. So I will get my tax papers and I will get to file that and all that and see how much I get back as like tax refund sort of thing. Like, oh, you're a cripplingly low income earner, which I am. We made you pay more taxes than we realistically can, so here's some money back, is basically how it works. I don't know how it works in other countries, but that is the dirtiest breakdown I could give of Canadian taxes for the most part. And it's tax season. So I'm hoping I get a good few $1,000s out of that I can put towards it for the future. Because I'm going to need at least $3,200 for 3 months off of work. At least 3 months off of work. It's going to be around $3,200. Which, you know, I'm not paying for the surgery directly. But fuck. It's a lot to try and save up. It's a lot to try and save up while I'm working not much. And since I work at a small business place, they don't really have the money to also employ me for more hours than I'm already getting, which isn't much. So it's a rough situation, but we're hoping we can make it work. I don't have insurance, but it's possible that I will be able to finagle some stuff there. The girlfriend does have insurance, and come March, for the job she works, come March, we will be able to add myself as, like, a dependent on it. So it's possible that, I mean, I'm going to talk to the insurance once I'm on it, but we're going to talk to them and see if they can pull some strings. I know the insurance they have has, like, a bunch of, has funds specifically for trans-related surgeries as well, which is really awesome to hear. And I'm hoping that that explaining stuff to the insurance company, they'll be like, oh yeah, no problem. No problem. You don't have to pay for the surgery directly, but given these are all the sort of incurred costs that come directly from the surgery, we can help you out there. That's the hope. That is the hope. That would be the most ideal. Least ideal is I have to try and save up for it, and maybe I can save up for that in a year. Maybe I can't. Well, it's 2026. We know how the world economy is. It's really fucking bad. Saving's hard, if you can at all. So we'll see. We will see. We'll see how it plays out exactly. The most ideal would be insurance kind of goes, no problem, homie, and we gotcha. But does anybody know insurance who plays nice like that? I sure don't. So we'll see. Usually insurance is no, go fuck yourself. If I don't have to shell out money here, then I'm not going to. You can go die in a hole. Usually that's how it goes. But we're gonna hope it's not this time. We're gonna hope it's not. Oh yeah, that's right. We had the little table there. A Bibli stone. We're gonna see how it goes. They're definitely nervous for all of it, but putting it bluntly, I don't think I would be able to keep living if there were not possible surgeries like this. But plain as day. So my thought is I kind of just have to make it through regardless of what it takes. Oh, yep, snow's coming through. Snow is still coming through the roof. Yeah, there's some fun personal updates, I guess. Hard but exciting times. Ahead, at least. Again, expected waitlist is about a year, so we'll file that sometime in February, so presumably maybe sometime in February next year, I get a call going, okay, we're ready to start taking this further. I'll still be on a wait list, probably. but I'll be off the major waitlist. It'll go from like waitlist to then like consultation sort of waitlist thing. Yes. Yes, it is. It is annoying the amount of steps that must be taken to get it covered. Like, I have to get psychiatric evaluation and shit to prove that I'm, like, of stable mind to be doing this, which does feel very insulting, not gonna lie. But at least it's covered, I guess. It's like, what? I mean, if I have, like, cancer or something, or if I have, like, a broken leg, I don't need a psychiatric evaluation to fix that. I don't need a psych eval to get a tattoo. I have a tattoo. All I had to do was sign a piece of paper that said I was over 18 for the most part and understand the risks. That's about it. So it's a bit toxic in that regard, but at least it's covered, I guess. That is nice. We will take good wishes for sure. Okay, where do I need to go? Right, we're looking for red petals, and we need to go back to get the hardwood. Let's look for red petals first. So red flowers. Okay, no petals from that. Red flower over here. Please give me some red petals. Yeah, okay, sick. That was easy. All right, now we gotta go get the dark wood. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if I can actually manage to stream while I'm recovering from that. Because if we are a bit bigger in a year's time, which, you know, hopefully we are, especially if I keep going at my current pace, we should be pretty decent by next year if this pace continues. I imagine it'll cap off at some point, or maybe even go viral and explode. I'm not sure, but we'll see how it plays out. Because if I can make any kind of income while I am recovering, then that also reduces the amount I have to save for. Granted, I still need to save for it anyways, because there's no guarantee that I'll actually make anything in the time that I'm off. But it still reduces the burden a little bit. The most ideal way to make money in this, I think, AdSense from stuff. As we all know how the world economy is, as I mentioned before. We're all pretty, it's pretty rough everywhere for the most part. So Twitch and stuff, live streaming, you're reliant on people donating, whereas if you can get AdSense and stuff, then it's just transactional. Corporation size. And corporations are in no short supply of cash, that's for sure. So if we can get, like, decent, if we can get to the point where we can get monetization on YouTube, that would be awesome. I don't expect to, not without actually editing and uploading YouTube videos properly as opposed to VODs, but that is a shit ton of work as well. Maybe a Facebook page? Maybe Facebook page goes crazy? Because you can get monetization there. I don't know how much it actually plays out with, but I know it's good enough if you can manage it. I know you can get decent money off of, like, running a big Facebook page. So maybe if that goes crazy as well. Which is possible. It's entirely possible. The reel I uploaded yesterday, I don't think I've actually checked this morning, but when I went to bed last night, for whatever reason, it went absolutely crazy. The reel itself had like 6,700 views or something like that, which is the biggest I have ever had by a huge margin. We did get a couple followers off of it, which is great. Yeah, it's at 6,813 views with 54 likes. It's the craziest one that has popped off so far. I didn't think it was that funny or that worth it. but apparently it was. So that's nice. If stuff like that can continue to happen and it continues to go in that direction, which is unlikely that it keeps going semi-viral like that, then that would, though, be really fast growth. Almost guaranteed to go really fast at that point. That's, I guess, the business side of streaming. I don't know if anybody's even interested in those sorts of things, but that's kind of like the business side of it, I suppose. As opposed to just haha funny. Numbers behind the scenes and stuff like that. Fuck! I missed the button click. Gonna try and knife dash over that gap, but didn't hit it in time. Yeah, sorry if I put any of you to sleep with numbers. Math and stuff. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Actually, it's a lie. I don't have any eggs or bacon for you. I'm sorry. There's the house. Or pennies. After that, you still live in order and people fucking hate you. Yep. I don't suppose you happen to actually be, like, filthy rich, eh? Other than that, no. You guys watching is plenty. You guys watching is plenty. I do have a Ko-Fi fund specifically for this sort of surgery thing, but other than that, not really. Not yet. We haven't won the lottery just yet, have we? All right, we can now make our fucking bed. You guys watching is plenty. It at least lets me know I'm not alone. This month we can win the lottery for sure. Ah, jeez. Kids, don't gamble. Not calling you a kid specifically. This has to be the time. Oh my goodness. How does this place down? Is this 1 by 1? No, that looks like it's 2 by 2. There, that's good enough. Yeah, 2 by 3. Yeah, 2 by 3 bed. Okay. We can sleep! Ah, that's adorable. That is adorable. Yeah, we should be fine eventually. It's more or less time-based. It's just waiting. Because right now there's so many unknowns, you know? We don't know how much tax return is going to be. That changes everything. We don't know if we're going to be on insurance or not, or rather if they will cover anything, because that also changes everything. Just kind of a waiting game right now. Just kind of a waiting game. Unlock 200 memory. Okay. Okay, so there are no tables or anything in here. Just slightly unfortunate, but Would have been cool if there were tables that I could build. I feel like there are, right? Like, we've seen tables in other structures. Is there a crafting station I'm missing? Furniture and builder's workbench. Are there upgrades to this? No, it is max tier. Here. Farmer, chef, furniture, builder. No, that's it. Maybe it's, is there anything in builder? Yeah, okay, there's some, there are some tables there. Shelf, how does this look? Can I actually put anything in there? No, it's purely decorative. Slightly unfortunate. Oh, that was a stool. I thought that was a table. So, for Canada specifically, you are more than welcome to ask. I'm pretty open with stuff for the most part, but yeah, I'm pretty open with stuff for the most part. HRT was a nightmare. HRT was a nightmare because HRT is like your biggest first step, aside from actually coming out to people and whatnot, which was also a horrifying experience. And yes, I did lose a lot of people over that. That's like your biggest first step because it's your first step into the medical transition world. And that was kind of a nightmare. You also have to get psychiatric evaluation for it. Because like, oh my God, you're gonna alter it'll change you irreversibly. I sure fucking hope so. Anyways, yeah, you have to get psychiatric evaluation by like a doctor, a social worker, like stuff like that. Then they file paperwork for stuff, and then you can actually start looking into getting the drugs. You have to find a doctor first, which the person that I saw for the psych eval did send it off to a specific endocrinologist. I don't remember what that term means. I think it specializes in like micro blood stuff, like hormone related things, like blood level, like looking at your blood and pulling out so much data from that, so much information, and how to manage and that stuff properly. I think that's kind of what that means. Either way, you can look it up if you want to know more. The endocrinologist waitlist was like a year and a half. And it took about a year and a half. And it's a very painful year and a half of just waiting. I'm gonna say waiting in pain because you are kind of in pain. From the perspective of you desperately want to fix this situation. You desperately want to change, and you desperately want to start becoming who you should have been in the first place. For the most part, that's how I would describe that first bit. Now, I got lucky in the sense that there was actually a specific gender-affirming care clinic that opened up somewhere near me that same social worker saw open and immediately told me about it and was like, hey, you should send an email here and look into this immediately. So we did, and we got in immediately for the most part because they had just opened up. It was fantastic. And I got to cut like another half year off of my wait list. After a couple months of starting HRT, I actually got a phone call and I think it was actually like a proper letter from the endocrinologist saying I am done with the wait list and they're ready to see me for the most part, or like to actual schedule an appointment. And at that point I was like, okay, well, I don't even need you anymore because now I've gotten there anyways. But it was still for like another 2 months out, 3 months out or something like that. So it still would have been a ton more waiting. And I got to cut that off, thankfully. Granted, it took about a year, and it was a very, very painful year. The process of getting the drugs is free, but you still have to pay for the drugs when you actually pick them up. You still have to buy the Feminems off the actual pharmacies and stuff. They are not free. I wish they were, but they are not free. They're not insanely expensive, but they're not free. So when I go to pick my stuff up right now, I'm on like a 3-month prescription basis. So I pick up pills enough for 3 months for the most part. I do have like 5 pills I take a day, which is a bit rough, but I'll fucking deal with it. It's so much better than the alternative. But I buy it for 3 months and it's like, oh geez, how much was it last time? I think we're probably looking at like $250 for the 3 months. I don't know. I really fucking wish it wasn't. It feels so insulting to have to go through so many hoops to do anything like this. Feels very, it feels, not, insulting is actually the wrong word here. I'm gonna say dehumanizing. It feels really bad to have to go through such a process to do something like this. It feels really bad. It's very not great. Is there stone tables and stuff? No, there is a bench. There's pillars? Oh, that's pretty. Welcome back, Chucho. Talking about trans-related, like, healthcare and stuff for the past little while. So you've missed a bunch on, like, personal updates and stuff, but I should ask you to slay a dragon for good measure. Honestly, this is fair. After everything already, yeah, I mean, what's a dragon? What's a dragon? Yeah, it's not an easy process. In case you thought it might be, it's not an easy process. We got the bed now, that's cool. Can I sleep now? I can sleep in 31 minutes. Oh, that's interesting. What is not an easy process is actually doing any sort of trans-related healthcare in Canada. Trying to do any sort of medical transition is not easy in Canada. That was what all of this was about because... Okay, how do I give a super quick recap on this? Hyper TLDR, in February, I'm gonna meet with my doctor and we're gonna file paperwork for bottom surgery. Waitlist is probably gonna be about a year for that. And I need to hopefully be able to build up about probably like, yeah, I think it was $3,500 I said, $3,200 or $3,500 in order to actually afford taking 3 months off for recovery. Full recovery from the surgery does not happen for like a year and a half. It is going to be grueling for the first long while there. But it's better than the alternative, which is to continue living like this. So, yeah, that was kind of like Uber TLDR. We were talking about money, about insurance, and all this other different stuff. And then Cott asked how doing medical transitioning stuff worked in Canada. And I was like, wow, let me tell ya. And then we just kept going. Yo, we're sleeping. Let's go. That's adorable. And there we go. The moon is now setting. I fucking love that. The Z's. Oh, the Z's were adorable. Great. Yeah, that's about what you missed for the most part. Just a lot of that. Wake up in Skyrim! Hey, you're finally awake. Got caught trying to cross the border. Yada, 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 yada. Place is on the inside. Right there. Lumberjack lamp. That's interesting. Lantern? That's pretty. Tutorials for high. That's unsurprising. That is completely unsurprising to me. Let's get some... Oh, wait, hold on. I don't think I can place fence posts. No, they actually do have the sides on them. I need a thin cylindrical object. Yep, I need a thin wooden object. I want to hang lanterns from it. Is there like a wooden post? Yes. Can I place that there and then hang this off of it? Yes. Off. Let's go. Torches are old news, yo. Okay, this room is not centered, or not an odd number, so let me make a couple more of these. Go. Those are fine directly on the ceiling because it's already kind of a low ceiling. Not even. So let's do one like right about there. Or is this even here this way? That looks like there is a middle this way at least. Okay, it needs to be a little bit closer. I didn't really have a timeline that I expected modding tutorials to show up, but I knew it was going to happen eventually. It probably wasn't going to take very long. They are very pretty. I love them. Got the books here. That's what they look like. Ah! They need a stack of books. Yes, the game was built with modding in mind. Oh, we'll put some books right there. In the bedroom. Straight to redacting everything. I think it depends on structure. File structure does definitely play a big role in a lot of stuff, yes. Dependent on whether or not the creators of the game, oh, how do you describe that? Depends on if they wanted to obfuscate stuff or not, like hide a bunch of the code and stuff. Encrypt it. Encrypting it is a good way to put it. That way you couldn't just go in and modify stuff willy-nilly. And I believe Hytale is mostly encrypted, because obviously if you don't have anything encrypted, then you can just copy and paste it, and boom, piracy is super easy. But they built their tools from the ground up to have intimate... Oh, you can put them on the posts! That looks awesome. They designed it in mind to be incredibly modder-friendly, so they made sure all of their systems were able to be modified and stuff. Ooh, lanterns outside. That's the wrong door. Get rid of the torches. Hell yeah. Ah! Oh god, that flash startled me. I was not expecting to go through the portal. Oh my goodness. I think this is awesome progress for right now. Portal flashbang, exactly. I think I'm pretty satisfied with this for now. Oh, actually, do I want to make an entryway? Water bottle is actually empty right now, but I think I might end stream here for now. Maybe we'll do another one later this evening. We'll see. It is 1 o'clock, so if we do want to do another one, there is plenty of time for it. Make backup. That's fair. We'll see if there is a backup already. Backup. Most recent one is from 12:50. So that's 10 minutes ago. So we'll make our own. Universe, send to zip file. It takes a hot minute to zip it up because there are just so many files. It's also really big. It's a really big world file. It is like it is over 600 megabytes. There, the game is now backed up manually. Say, what time is it? 1:05. There, I just copied the naming structure real quick without pressing the quick save button. Well, unfortunately, there is no quick save button here. Listen, if I could back it up that easy, I would, but it's a bit of a process to back it up. But, all right. That was pretty chill. I'm not sure what I want to play next, though. Not play next as in, like, because we're done with Hytale, but, like, I don't want to only play Hytale for the next little bit. I do want to play some other games as well, and I'm not sure exactly what to play. We do have Minecraft tomorrow. It is Minecraft Monday. Oh yeah, Silksong. I forgot about that. I totally forgot about it. I still haven't bought that. How much is it? Do I have the money for this right now? Because that's the bigger question. Silksong. It's 25 Canadian dollars. Okay, 26 because 99. 26 Canadian dollars with tax. It'll be about 30. We might. I did just spend like about that much at McDonald's, so we will see. Silksong will happen eventually. Whether or not it's happening right now, we will see. We will see. Next month, we totally can buy it at the very minimum, because sometime next month I'll be able to actually withdraw the money that has built up within Twitch from all the subs and stuff. It's been super nice. It's been super nice. Feel very blessed. So we're definitely reinvesting that into stream stuff, which part of that will absolutely be Silksong for sure, if I cannot buy it sooner. But I think that's all for today, or at least for now. Again, maybe there'll be a stream later this evening. We will see. Not sure exactly. Not sure exactly how I'm feeling, but we'll find out. But thank you all very much for joining in. It has been delightful to yap a ton while playing. Yeah, name a VTuber who doesn't yap a shit ton. Challenge impossible. And we will see you then. Thank you all very much for joining in and spending your morning with me. I very much appreciate that. You're all in the Discord anyway, so it doesn't super matter. Don't need to plug that or anything. We'll see you later, either later today or tomorrow at a minimum. I do need to put the stream schedule together as well, so I'll definitely post in Discord and or on Blue Sky when the stream schedule gets put together, so that way you are informed as well. And until next time,